I have returned to give you the biggest names in Muskie sports. This week, we talked to Carmie Shook, freshman on the women's bowling team, as she explains why the program has risen to become one of the best in the nation in just 4 years. Welcome all, and thank you for joining me. I'm here with Carmie Shook, women's bowler on the bowling team here on campus. Thanks for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
Well, okay. Let's start off like going over your background. When did you grow up bowling a lot?
Well, I've been bowling ever since I was about 5-6 years old, so definitely have plenty of practice in it.
Is it a hobby type of thing, playing bowling, or were you part of a team, any other team?
Well, at first I did it usually just like at birthday parties and stuff, and then I realized how much I honestly really did like it. So I started taking up like leagues and stuff like that, and then I did start to become part of teams, and now it's just like something I do occasionally.
Okay. So you're growing. So like in high school and middle school, you were on the bowling team?
In high school, we did have a bowling team, and I was a part of that. And then middle school, we did not. So I just bowled in like many different leagues out at the bowling alley. So
jumping ahead a little bit here. Why did you decide to join the bowling team here at Muskingum?
Well, the coach I have now was actually my coach in high school, so he definitely influenced me to come to Muskingum. So when I did, I wanted to continue bowling with him, and it would feel weird for me to honestly not bowl for as much as I am, like as long as that would be. So I decided it would be good for me to join Muskingum.
Ah, man, I somehow know that feeling. But one thing that stands out to me is like you're a sophomore, yes?
I'm a freshman here, actually.
Oh, that's weird. It said on your on your student information you were a sophomore. But what were some of the biggest challenges for you at first being a part of the bowling team here?
Definitely time management, because I did so many college credit hours in high school, so I was able to just jump right into like my major and all of my minors. So definitely trying to manage bowling practice with schoolwork, and then with my part-time job that I have, and then with just being able to have some downtime. That was definitely the biggest.
I feel like that's the problem most college kids have these days.
Definitely. I had tournaments like 3 weekends out of the month, so it was kind of hard to balance that.
Okay. We go into the season now. What has the experience been like going through all these tournaments?
It's definitely been a great experience. I can tell I've grown as a bowler, because coming from high school bowler to college bowling is definitely 10 times harder than high school bowling, hands down. College bowling, it's much more serious, much more competitive. You meet people from Florida, from Texas, from everywhere. So it's definitely, I've been able to grow as a person because I can meet people from different states and make more friends in that way.
You might have already answered this question, but I'm still going to ask it anyway. Okay. Hey, you have an average bowling score of 179, and which is among rookie bowlers is ranked third in club sports.
Right.
How have you been? How is it you've been able to keep yourself so efficient?
That's a good question. Definitely at practice, I work hard. I mean, we only practice 2 times a week, so it's kind of hard to not be focused because you want to make yourself a better bowler. And then at the tournaments, you're bowling on different oil patterns, which is kind of hard to explain that one since I'm not really a bowler. But that definitely gives you practice, and that definitely helps you become better and just bowling at practice, because we bowl in different shots that way too. So it just works up all to be better.
All right. One of the things that stands out about this bowling team you have is like most people usually go for like a fall, a winter, or spring. The regular season for you starts in September and it ends in late August. In late April, my bad. So how do you enjoy these long schedules?
I mean, sometimes it's kind of like if we don't have practice during the week, it's kind of nice to just be able to relax throughout the week. But sometimes it's kind of nice to have bowling because it's kind of just like a stress relief. So like I can go from a stressful day and then just go bowling. and it's just kind of a nice break from like schoolwork or any other things. So it's kind of nice, but at the same time, kind of hard with schoolwork and final exams and stuff like that.
Okay. But and now I want to take another look at the team in general. How much does it mean to be a part of a program that's been so successful and yet so young? In 4 years, some things I listed off were boys are ranked 64th nationally. The girls are ranked 24th nationally, and there's 7 girls on the team, but 6 out of 7 of them are ranked top 43 in the top 43 best bowlers in the country. But like I said, what does it mean to be part of a program that's so successful?
It's definitely a great feeling. I can tell how much Doug works to make it better and better every year. He's always recruiting. He's always getting new girls to come in, always getting new guys to come in. It's definitely a great feeling to be a part of the team and just know that everything I can provide helps the team in any matter.
And you will definitely find yourself to be like a very strong influence by the time you're a senior. That one can make that argument.
Yes.
I guess I have one more question for you, and it's basically what do you think? There's compared to a lot of other sports. I've already made some comparisons to other sports here we have on campus, and one bowling team. One thing that stands out most is the fact that the bowling team is a club sport, not one that's talked about a lot here on campus.
Right.
So what do you think is the difference between an athletic program here versus a club sport?
Well, I know the athletic programs compared to the club sports, they get more funding and stuff like that. And to me, athletic programs are like the bigger sports, like the worldwide sports, like football, baseball, softball, things that people know more about. Bowling kind of gets pushed to the back burner because they don't really consider it a sport. They just consider it as like a hobby or something to have fun with. But not very many people know like the actual sport of bowling, like everything that comes with it. It's a lot of mental. I mean, it's not much physical, but it's a lot of mental. It's just everything comes together. Like, not very many people consider it as a sport, but it actually is a sport. So it kind of sucks to only have it as a club sport rather than an athletic program. But I would say it's more like what sport is known more in the world, like football and softball being a athletic program compared to bowling being a club sport.
Hopefully, as the years progress, the bowling program will get more recognition.
Right.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you
and thank you for watching. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Orbit Media TV, or check out more content on our YouTube channel or Orbit Media TV and our local TV station 96-204. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Be sure to join me again every other week for a new guest. Thank you for joining us.